5G, the Global Effects, Part 4. Nanotechnology. Nanotechnology is under preliminary research for its potential to facilitate the transfer of drugs across the blood-brain barrier. As you'll note from the previous video, the blood-brain barrier is integral to human health. Nanotechnology has implications in almost every economic field. Foods containing nanotitanium are rampant. The blood-brain barrier controls the passage of pathogens, the diffusion of solutes in the blood, and large or hydrophilic molecules into the cerebral spinal fluid, while allowing the diffusion of hydrophobic molecules and small polar molecules. The blood-brain barrier appears to be functional by the time of birth. P-glycoprotein, a transporter, exists already in the embryonal endothelium. Infections of the brain that do occur are often challenging to treat. Antibodies are too substantial to cross the blood-brain barrier, and only certain antibiotics are able to pass. Thousands of studies associate low-level wireless radio frequency radiation exposures to a long list of adverse biological effects, including, but not limited to, DNA, single and double strand breaks, oxidative damage disruption of cell metabolism, increased blood-brain barrier permeability, melatonin reduction, which incidentally also aids in fighting cancer, disruption to brain glucose or sugar levels, metabolism generation of stress proteins like cortisol, the protein which is responsible for fight or flight mode, fear, panic, the very base nature of man. Melatonin is integral to so many processes within the human body. Light-induced activation of SCN prevents the production of melatonin by the pineal gland. The ancients called the pineal gland the seat of the soul, the eye of Horus. In 2011, the World Health Organization classified radio frequency radiation as a possible to-be carcinogen. More recently, the $25 million National Toxicology Program concluded that radio frequency radiation of the type currently used by cell phone towers can cause cancer. What is going to happen when it's amplified? Factors which are not considered in the FCC's public exposure guidelines include simultaneous exposure to multiple microwave frequencies, genetic variability, susceptibility, age and individual health status, synergistic impact of combined toxic exposures, unique dosimetric properties of tissue, organs in the body, unique vulnerability of children due to their developing physiology, critical windows of development in children, long-term cumulative exposure, impacts. None of this matters. Please, pull out your cell phone right now, go into settings, go into legal disclaimers, and tell me that the manufacturers haven't covered themselves from lawsuits.